Hello world, welcome to Stuff and Things. Updates have slowed down a bit because I finally upgraded to Windows 10. And the biggest reason I upgraded to Windows 10 is so that I could use Shadowplay. I could use it to record in Windows 7, but there was an operating system limitation. But I had to, of course, make Windows 10 as pretty as I could. I've also been fiddling with Shadowplay and figuring out, how it works, since it has essentially pretty much no impact on my game when I'm recording, which is great because a lot of games nowadays, they do have those areas where the frame rate will fluctuate just the way it is. A lot of games are just not optimized anymore, so this kind of helps with that. I like Afterburner, but some games just had more performance impact than others, which kind of sucks. And then another thing is, this video is pretty much going to be a test. So my monitor is 1900 or 1920 by 1200 instead of 1920 by 1080. YouTube uses the 1920 by 1080, but if I convert it in the video editor, it takes all of eternity to render videos, and I don't really want to do that. But that's another thing I'm experimenting with, because some of my last two videos, they were 10 hours or more just to render them. That's insane. That is much, much longer than before. It's because I was doing the change in the aspect ratio myself, hoping that YouTube can magically do that without completely screwing up the video. And since for these little channel update things, it doesn't matter if the video looks terrible, because I'm pretty sure most of you don't actually watch the video anyway. So that's fine. So if it looks like crap, you won't even know because you can't see it anyway. There's also been some other weird issues when I've upgraded to Windows 10. Well, not necessarily with Windows 10, but I changed my firewall. I'm like, oh, I should get a more secure firewall than Windows Defender. So downloaded Zone Alarm, and I've never had a firewall that completely disabled Steam Overlay. That was just I had no idea why. And it also prevented me from using Shadowplay. It's what? Not in every game though, just in some games. It's I don't, why in the world is a firewall doing that? That's just ridiculous. Never had that problem before. So now I'm thinking that I should probably uninstall Zone Alarm for a firewall that actually is gamer friendly, instead of trying to, be like a fussy mom telling me I shouldn't play games. And my own mom isn't fussy like that, so that's pretty sad. And of course, the other reason the videos have slowed down is because I've been doing all of the events for archetypes. Cryptic has been nice enough to have pretty much one archetype per event available for me to farm up. And that's exactly what I've been doing. So I have Cursed, the Night Avenger, and I picked up the Icicle. And of course I'm leveling up the Icicle instead of the Grim, because, any excuse not to level it. I don't know, I've never made a Rimfire build, so this will be interesting to play with. I definitely will need to revisit the Glacier, because the ice set has been changed, including Ice Blast. Hard Frost is no longer just a whole bunch of damage, it's a debuff, so it's a utility power. And I really don't see myself spamming the crap out of Ice Blast. Although it does still have Crippling Challenge, so it's not like I won't be using it, obviously, for the debuff and for Crippling Challenge. The Winter event is much, 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 much better to get components for all the custom bits and archetype if you wanted, or the vehicles. There's 2 vehicles. But sure, if you don't have a vehicle and you want one, I guess you can get one. It's I think they're both 500 of each component and 50 of the snowflakes, so kind of steep, but not impossible anymore with the much, much better drop rate on the components part. And if you haven't picked it up yet, you should go into the cash shop, into the bonus tab, and pick up your gift thing. It's basically 50 of all the components, some snowflakes, I'm assuming. I don't remember, probably 5 snowflakes, and then a new action figure, which is the giraffe inner tube from the summer gold rewards, but in action figure format, which is interesting. So yeah, you might as well pick that up. And presents are worth opening now because you get 5 components when they drop. They drop regularly. I mean, most of the time I seem to get like components and they drop in stacks of 5, so you get 5 CDs at a time, or you get like 5 socks at a time instead of 1. And it's not like presents aren't everywhere, so you can like run around picking up presents while waiting for your daily, or waiting for Clarence to spawn, or just when you're doing missions if you leave Millennium City. As far as I know, presents are everywhere in the world. I know they're in Canada because I was there briefly. So, well, any outdoor non-instant place, any rate. Not sure about comic series, I'm thinking no, but I don't know, I haven't run any for a while. And one other bit of news that's nice is that Nowhere is actually updating the Powerhouse website with the new archetype, and I'm guessing he's going to put in the new powers too. Like the lockbox and the onslaught powers. The Icicle archetype and the new ice powers are actually up on the beta version of the site, but I don't think that the onslaught and lockbox powers are there yet. I'm pretty sure he's going to add them up and then eventually push them over to live once, he figures there's not like horrible bugs that will break things, so that's something nice to look forward to.